واش الدراري، السلام عليكم ومرحبا بكم في فيديو جديد، جزء جديد رقم 5 ديال هوغورد ليغاسي. الحلقه اللي فاتت الدراري يلاه كنا خرجنا من ديك ريستريكتد سيكشن ديال اللي كاينه في ديك المكتبه، وصلنا رجعنا لعند داك الكلاس ديال فيغ، داك البروفيسور فيغ. نشوف شنو غادي يقول لينا، نشوف حنا شنو نقولوا ليه وهو واش غادي يقول لينا. كما ديما الدراري، عجبتكم الحلقه ولا عجبتكم الجيم كامله ما تنساوش لايك شير سبسكرايب. نبداو الحلقه ديالنا. هذا بغيت نعرف شنو هو، واش هذا شي حوت ولا نطلعوا دابا عند فيغ ولا هو يهبط عندنا؟ احنا خصنا نطلعوا عنده.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
شنو تقول لهم؟
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
مزيان، جواب دبلوماسي.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
دابا خونا غنمشي لندن. طلعنا نيفو 6 العز، لازم نمشي نشوفو داك هنا شي حاجه قبيله قالك حتى النيفو 6 عاد. هادي اي انا challenges. عندنا شي كويست نديروها ما عندناش.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
يلا كنهضر عليها، يلا كنهضر على شي كويست. وتقول لي الاخر رجع.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
هي الاولى ماشي مشكل. open map. شو الماب قداش، شو الماب قداش. اوه اها واخا دابا عندي جوج الحوايج خصني نمشي نديرهم. اوي شحال من حاجه. باش نبداو نمشيو عند الناريه الاولى. زوينه هاد اللعيبه هادي اللي كطير كتورينا الطريق. دابا ناري بغات تهضر معايا، ولكن واحد القضيه الدراري في الفيديو اللي فات فاش شد ديك الميموري ديال دوك الناس، واحد خونا سميتو تما هوغورد ما عرفتش سميتو كاع، بحال داك اللي خايب اللي كان جا عندنا في داك القهوه ديك تري شي لعبه تري برومز. شو زعما يكون زعما هذاك هو الخليفه ديالو زعما.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as...
صافي شويه هذيك ما تعصبيش. دابا ناري قالت لي غنقول لك شي حاجه، ولكن من الاحسن نقول لك بيني وبينك برا الكاسل ماشي في داخل هاد القلعه هادي. هذا شي واحد ضرب ليه راسو هكاك. هذا هو داك اللي طالع منو داك الدخان، هو الدار ديال شو سميتو ناري مشاو لي السميات اصاحبي. نسيت على سميتو اصاحبي، هو ما يمكنش هاتي هاري بوتر شحال عاودتو من مره. راه هو البريدج. اييه هذاك هو البريدج اللي داك نيل يطردقوا في الاخر في اخر جزء ديال هاري بوتر. هو هذاك الله هو هذاك. ما غادي نبعد هادي هادشي. الله الا دول شي سر بالله. اييه هو هذا. ومشات لي سميت هذاك شو سميتو صاحبي، مشات لي ناري. لا سير خصنا نعقل سميتو. مشات لي سميتو الدراري ناري مرض. ولا هادي الدار ديالو نشوف وقال هادي الدار ديالو. عرفتي راه سميتو راه على طرف لساني. هادي الدار ديالو دابا سميتو على طرف لساني ومشات ليا. ما تعرف نتلاقاو مع دابا نيت. هارجريد.
Intriguing.
سميتو هارجريد. صافي عقلت سميتو. في داتنا الختنا دي وا صاحبي.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
ما نقول لك والو سمحي لي.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
شو غديري؟
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I've always said that travel.
دابا انت وجيبني من هنا.
What's going on here?
علاش هيلب سترينجر؟ مبغيتش نهلب سترينجر انا. هاني ما يدار اصاحبي. قالك ترايلز اوف ميرلين. يلا نمشي عندي يلا. البلاصة زوينة.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You come to the wrong place, child. Stop that at once.
ما تخافش.
Not going well for you.
Incendiary.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
اوه.
Do you really think we can hold them off?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student off of my dead body!
Incendiary.
ايش عنديش؟
Accio.
ايش عنديش؟
You can't hold out forever.
Accio. Incendiary.
اجي ليش؟ شوف حالهم.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
مزيان.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
بس قبل ما نمشي وعطاني شي خصني انلوكي بزاف ديال السبيلز.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
ولو
Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink.
اها
Yes, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
شو عارف مارين تسالى. عندي بزاف كويس هنايا. بلاتي الاخر بعيدة 500 بعيدة بزاف. لا ولكن لا 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 تبلتي ماب. وي ما نقدرش ندير لها فاست ترافل زعما. بغينا نديرو فاست ترافل زعما. دابا نقصقو غادي نتا غنرجع دابا حتى لهوغورتس على رجليا مشكل يعني. هادشي كلشي سبابو ديك ناري. ضرب علينا سمارة. ندوز واقيلا من البريج هاد المرة هادي. غندوز منو. صافي قصرنا الطريق. ديك الدخلة. الله يتا هنايا فين انا فواحد واش البارت الثالثة واقيلا فاش غيمشيو رون وهرماني ديك المدينة ديال سيريس بلاك. ديال سيريس بلاك بريزنر اوف اسكابان واقيلا. وصلنا بالخف. هذيك التوشيه الزرقاء اللي كاينين حدا الدم عرفت باش كتعمر. جيلي ماك عييتي ولا شنو؟
There's something in there. I just...
عينا بالطريقة هذه.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
مش بدأت تغوص.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting table.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy, or
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
دولة غادي يمشي معايا.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
هاكاك. لا.
Look at that. They'll jump on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
ويا صاحبي ترى يقدروا ينفعونا بشحال من حاجة.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
ناخذ كامل. في يوم عندي 7 دابا. شو من هنا؟ نمشي ديال الطريق.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything, we must
دابا نخرج نشوف حالنا. لا نرجع منين جينا. بقات هادي حتى كويست. بوشن كلاس. نمشي للبوشن كلاس دابا الدراري. بوشن كلاس شكون كيقريه واقيلا عمرنا اجي ما تبليش هذاك الطيران نجيب عندي انا.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school?
حنا وصلنا للبوشن كلاس دراري. نحبسوا الفيديو ديالنا هنايا حيت 100% غنديروا شي ما غنتعلموا شي سبيل جديده. انا بغيت نتعلم انا نقول لك شو بغيت نتعلم. ما كانش نتعلموا هذه هذه حتى هي. هاد الحمرين كلهم ما كانت نتعلمهم انا. ما كانت نتعلمهم كلهم. هاد الحمرين بعدا على الاقل. شنو هادي؟ اها بلاتي شرد. نايس. اها هذه افادا كادافر ياك ديال الكيل. كروسيو هذه ديال التعذيب. واخا مكرهتش نتعلم هذه وهاد الحمرين كاملين. شنو مازال؟ شنو هذه؟ هذه مزيانه. اها هذه اللي كتحول شي حاجه لشي حاجه ياك. هذه واعره هذه واعره. هذيك هذيك كتجمدهم. قالك slow both objects and enemies giving you extra time to play your next move. عندك هاد بحال الصفرين هادو وهاد الحمرين وهادي هادو بغيت نتعلمهم انا. كيبان لي هذه كيل انيميز انستنتلي هذه غتكون شي شويه ادفانس، ما غاديش نتعلمها دابا على مده، ولكن هادو كيبان لي قراب نتعلمهم. بعدين الدراري كما قلت لكم نحبسوا الحلقه ديالنا هنا. الحلقه الجايه ان شاء الله نكملوا هاد الكويست ولا هاد الميسيون، شوفوا في غادي تخرجنا. طبيعه الحال كما ديما عجبكم الفيديو ما تنساوش لايك شير سبسكرايب. نشوفكم فيديو جاي ان شاء الله. تهلاو في ريوسكم.